Hi everyone, it's Stella Grizont, and today I want to talk to you about how to work from home and stay sane and productive and happy. I know many of you, my husband included, is now working from home, and if you're used to working in an office, it can be a real jolt to your experience. And even if you do work from home on the regular, it's still sometimes a struggle. And as someone who works from home, who's gone through all these different tactics of trying to stay sane, I'm excited to share some tools with you given what's happening with the coronavirus. So, first, I hope that all of you and your families and your friends are safe and healthy and stay that way. But if you are home because you're self quarantining or because your company's just taking extra precautions, um, the first thing I would recommend that you do is get really clear on everything that has to be done. Because now that nobody's in the office, maybe conferences are canceled, supply chains might be impacted, a lot of things are up in the air. So I always recommend you just grounding yourself first and just taking time to just do a dump of all your to-dos that you have swimming around in your head, just to get it out of your head and onto a piece of paper. And I use a planner where I just make a big list of to-dos. And then what I like to do is for each day, I'll then write down what are the 2 to 3 things I want done each day out of that master list. So I would recommend staying very clear in your mind on what has to happen each day, because it's so easy when you're working from home to kind of lose track, for it to all feel kind of fuzzy, for you to just wear your PJs all day and everything just seems to blend. So getting really clear on your to-dos. So speaking of PJs, that's my second recommendation, is to get out of them. So you can take advantage of working from home and work in your sweats or your yoga pants. But I do recommend getting out of your PJs, at least that much progress. But it does make a difference when you look good, you feel good, and you feel better, and you're like ready to go. So sometimes I'll even though no one will see me, I'll put on some mascara. Not that you have to wear makeup, but just whatever makes me feel a little bit better. But there are days where I'm just like, in yoga pants all day. So, but I would recommend graduating from the PJs at least, and showering and working out. So that's my next tip, is movement. So often if you work at an office, even if you sit at your desk all day, you still have to get up, go to a meeting. You end up getting your steps in a little bit. But when you work from home, you're like walking 5 steps to the fridge, 10 steps to the bathroom. And so it's really important to move. And what I do is I like to, and especially now because some people are avoiding gyms. I just avoid them generally lately. I do workouts at home. I love going on Prime. Prime Video has a lot of great workouts. So if you are a member of Prime, you get a ton of free workout videos. And none of my friends know about this. I'm always like, I love doing the 15-minute hit workout on Prime. So go on and check out all the free workouts there are on Prime or on YouTube. There's tons of great things you can do from your home. And I like to do sometimes workouts in between my meetings instead of hopping on Netflix, because now no one is watching you. But I strongly recommend movement, or doing a little meditation, or doing a little bit of yoga. So, speaking of meditation, that is actually my next tip, because now you really don't have an excuse. Now you are not commuting. So, you have a little bit of extra time in your day. And so, I would encourage you to do a little bit of mindfulness in the morning. The morning is really the best time. But if you don't get it in during the morning, then get it in the afternoon whenever you have a chance. Just sit quietly. What that will do, what any mindfulness practice will do, is that it will help you be focused. It will help you make conscious decisions. It will help you just be able to manage all the noise that's happening right now in the news. So, places where you can go to start a mindfulness practice, if you don't already have one, you can download an app like Calm or Headspace. They both have free 7-day introductions. So, that's a really nice place to start. Also, you can go to the UCLA Mindfulness Research Center. So just look up UCLA Mindfulness Research and free meditations, and they have a series of free meditations that you can do from online. So, an Insight Timer also has free meditations, but you have to do a lot of choosing. So, that's also a really great resource. So, with that, my final tip is and this is the most challenging part of working from home, is the loneliness factor. So, my final tip is to make sure that you are creating moments of connection, even if it's even if normally you're working in an office and you don't do a lot of interaction, you still see people when you walk into the office. You see the security guard, the mail people, just those small interactions. Now that you're working from home, especially if you don't work in a city, it can feel quite isolating. And so if you have a Slack channel or an instant messaging channel, or if you can do uh, Zoom or Google Hangout, or try to do your meetings in video so you can at least see each other, but also have some like fun interactions just on instant messenger, checking in on people, saying hello, offering just to kind of be there for one another, because that really matters. People really matter. In fact, we know that the number one driver of happiness is our relationships. And most of us spend most of our waking hours at work. And so if you're going to be working from home, it is going to take quite an adjustment to not be around people, even if they're people you don't like. I mean, just having breathing bodies around you sometimes just really helps you motivate, helps you focus. And so consider, what are the ways that you can build in social connection throughout the day and see each other. At least seeing each other via video is better than just the phone call. So I hope that helps you stay sane in this kind of crazy time. And I wish you all wellness and health. And I hope that we can all just go back to normal pretty soon. And thanks so much for watching.